think essentially from the beginning, I was after one of the biggest fashion shows that we did in Samoa, the Samoa Fashion Week, of which was staged by the Samoa Arts Council, and you know that I'm the president of the Samoa Arts Council. We had that show, and it was the whole week, and I think the night of the show was it was raining, and I was there seeing, and so I actually got sick, and it was pneumonia. It was from pneumonia that I realized that they said they had to scan me after the 4th day of being hospitalized. They found that there was a tumor inside my right lung, and so they said there was nothing they could do here. They could only do it in New Zealand. So I quickly went to New Zealand and found out that I had a condition. It's metastasized lung cancer. The lung cancer, the tumor that was here, actually spread around my whole organs, from my glands to my liver, to my lymph nodes here. You can see big things here, and then to my brain. So the whole thing went around, and that's when they told me that it's stage 4, a carcinoma or something like that, and it's the last stage, the final stage of cancer. So the procedures were that, before they said procedures, they gave me 1 to 3 months. 1 month if I wasn't treated. This was in, October? September, end of September. 1 month if I wasn't to be treated, 1 month to live, and 3 months if I was to start the treatments out. So it was a shock in New Zealand. The doctor telling me my fate, I was like, okay. By that time I was thinking, I still have the launch of my space, of the space that we've been working on since the beginning of this year. And so we thought we were going to launch it in January next year, so I only have until December. I said, okay, we better launch it in December. So, that's when they said that the next treatment, the treatment that has to be done is to radiotherapy, my head. That is to go through radiation, and I had to go through radiation in order to contain the brain cancer first. The tumor's already inside my brain, and then after that we'll treat the rest of my body. But the shock of being told that you have only 1 to 3 months after being so active and being the most healthiest and an active member of stuff here, to be told that you now have only 1 to 3 months. How do you feel when you're told that? So I quickly got to ask all my dancers, my students in Fiji, and my whole family to start helping out in quickly getting this space to be launched in December. My goals? It didn't really change how I feel about my life and how my passion about the development of the arts. Know that I'm the Samoa Arts Council president. We're about the development of the arts for people in Samoa. And the arts, when we're talking about the arts here, is not just dance, music, storytelling, literary, everything. It's a passion. And I still feel very passionate about the development of the arts here in Samoa, because it's not given priority, you know. Even if you look around the curriculum in schools, while there's still something happening, but we still need to focus more on it. Government needs to put more money into these programs. I think my condition was because I was so stressed out with so much work that I was doing, that yeah, it didn't really help. I think the stress of that kind of work has kind of enhanced and sped up this tumor to metastasize, or to go around. Again, it's the lifestyle that we have from pressure. Well, a lot of people, when they have cancer, they say they're gonna die. I can never pull down. I can never curl up and say, I'm gonna die. As a matter of fact, when the doctor told me that I would have 1 to 3 months, I wanted to punch his face. I was like, who the hell do you think you are? And that's not me. I got the cancer, I got the sickness, okay, fine. I'll deal with it. You know, it's about changing your whole outlook, about changing your whole mind. That's one of the things that I've learned, is that, okay, forget now about all the stress and all that stuff. Worry less, no more stress. But think of positive things that can make a difference in people's lives. And I think I've always been trying to do that, and now it's time to just weave out all the rubbish and focus on what really matters. And no, I was never positivity and perseverance, and just being charitable and forgiving. Well, this thing is a lifelong challenge. It's a lifelong life-changing experience for me. That I realized that I need to also slow down from doing too much. And I think we all get to do that in Samoa. We're always rushing to do everything, and we want to do everything all by ourselves, but no, we need to stop and say no to some things. And what really made me value more is my relationship with my family, my mom and my sister, and those who really love me, and everyone in my family. So it's a treasure, and I think we need to a little bit more attune with that and appreciate that, because we're so busy all the time, even in Samoa, which is so small. Kele fala velavi, kele me fale loku, kele me o ai pukalame pe umanga luenga. Ai le me se kemi spin na kamaka le fale. Kuama lo fenya ai uman fenya ai. Ya moe pe pakamaka DVD, but never quality time. I went with my sister, the doctor, Dr. Vaai, and then also my mom. But they were both very supportive when we went, and we spent 8 weeks together over there, and it was the most beautiful 8 weeks, where we realized, we needed to slow down and stop. But I'm on a medicine called Tarsiva, and that medicine is supposed to be reviewed in December. So if they review it in December that it's working, then I have a chance of going back to New Zealand to review it again in scanning again. Acknowledge our sources of inspiration, and first is our culture, our all these things that we believe in, and the support for me, my university, the South Pacific. And I also, while I'm with all the big things, I want to say that it's been a pleasure and an honor to be selected to direct and conceptualize all these big things that government wants me to do. Yeah. So Cancer, bring it on.